According to God, the white man is the devil. See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. Understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bike on. Boy, ass shit, stop and ass shit. Promise, my niggas serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. You cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new beast. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere it's golden and ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Oh, I'm gonna step up silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking, but we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high. Baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Never will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christian. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years. Yeah. But that's what the church is for. That's why they exist to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on that.
Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Ahyasayap Rakatham. Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shem Shah. Feel me? This Ashley K. Crowd Spare Not podcast. Ashby, Kentucky. I was on Gabar. I was Hayam some Salaki. I was Hayam some Yum. You feel me? A motherfucking nigga. You feel me? And it's our podcast. You feel me? We do it every Monday. And this podcast, you know, most of the podcasts is the last couple of them. You feel me? They was more like, more like jokes than, seriousness because like the type of videos we was using. But like this podcast is going to be a little more serious because it's about a serious thing that's going on in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. And that's molestation, which is a demon. You feel me? It's a demon that jumps on you and it makes you think that you're in love with a child. And now that child grows up so destroyed, man, that they turn into a homosexual. They turn into a prostitute. You feel me? Or they out here, basically trying to put that demon on other children. You feel me? But we got videos we're going to bring out, we're going to bring out scriptures to go with the videos just to talk about what's going on in the Black community because it needs to stop. So, like, you got something?
If I could real quick, yeah. Now, molestation and rape is running rapid through our communities, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we learned this from the oppressor, you know what I'm saying? We learn all that the devilish shit from the oppressor, you understand? And what we hope to accomplish is we can bring light to what's going on, and instead of hiding the fact of because it was a brother, an uncle, a boyfriend or right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We try to hide the fact so people don't get in trouble or whatever. But that shit's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? We had to stop that as a community because like my brother said, if I could piggyback off what he said a little bit, you know, it has deeply affected our young people, male and female, because not only is it little girls or women that get raped, but men also get molested and raped as well. And you know, it's a little harder for a man to come out and say than it is for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because most men try to suppress that and don't want to tell nobody, which also isn't healthy because he needs to talk about that to get that out so he can learn how to move forward from it.
Right.
And a lot of these kids ain't even told that it was wrong what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? That right there is messed up by itself. You know what I'm saying? So unless you got something else, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
No, I just want to say that's heavy what you said because they attacking the youth. You feel me? They attacking the children. Like most time you hear about a grown man, or you know, or even like a you feel me? It's like what happened like in prison.
Yeah, most
time it happened in prison. But they try to get them youngs to try to get in their head young, like, and what the child gonna do? The child gonna be like, well, I must be gay. You feel me?
Right.
That's the only reason why it happened to me. Or you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be like a killer.
Right.
You feel me? Because you like walking around the neighborhood like, ain't nobody gonna never talk to me crazy, never touch me. And you would never think growing up in the hood why certain, you know, guys in the hood was like that. You'd be like, damn, why he so tough? Why he so extra?
If I could real quick, I'll pick back off what you were saying. I watched a podcast with Mike Tyson.
Oh, right.
And,
that's what I was thinking about.
What was his name? The Booty Eater. What's his name?
I don't know.
Kevin Gates?
Kevin Gates? Yeah.
Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin Gates. He was telling Mike Tyson how he was molested as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And how he was never going to let that happen. And Mike Tyson was even like, well, shit, why you think I'm the baddest motherfucker ever? Because I don't want what happened to me again neither. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this first video. Go to the top one.
Right here.
Yeah, kind of.
You go ahead and take over. I don't know which one you do.
Because I'm gonna get a little backdrop on what's going on right here. This is a young teenage girl. She walked down the stairs, and she's about to have a conversation with her mother about what's going on with her. And what's crazy about this is the mother is getting angry with the daughter about how sick of a man she has. Like she's getting mad with the daughter,
right?
Instead of getting mad at the person that she's supposed to be getting mad at, she's getting mad at the person, and that's why this young girl is probably gonna grow up confused. Like, well, maybe that was just supposed to happen,
right? So, Salaki, that's because what a lot of people don't understand. It's a shortage on black men. Most black men is either locked up, dead, or they homosexuals. And the ones that ain't, they only want to deal with white women. You feel me?
Right.
That's 100% true. And so therefore, that being said, she hear this happening in her crib. You trying to take my man away from me.
Right.
You want my man.
Right.
But the whole time, like, man, your daughter is in danger. Her life is in danger right now.
That's a kid.
Right
now.
now.
Why are you in competition with your child?
Her life is in danger, but you want to be in competition with her, like most black women.
Right.
That grow up running a man off, because guess who that ain't? That ain't the child's father. That's just a man that she brought around and kicked the daddy out the house, brought this pedophile around, and now look, he molested your daughter, and you in his defense.
Right.
It's lucky.
Man, here you go with the same bullshit. I thought we had this fucking conversation already. I don't even want to fucking do this shit no more. So what else? What you want to tell? He touched you. What did you do? What did you do to make a touch? I didn't do anything.
I ain't do anything. So lock you. So lock you.
You know what? Your ass. Every time
She say she ain't do anything. Feel me? Give me if you could, give me an Apocrypha, Susanna 1 and 22. Because that's heavy. Because this is something we got to teach our daughters. And it's crazy right now to say this, but our sons too. You feel me? That they have to cry aloud and spare not. You feel me? If somebody's trying to touch you, you cry aloud. You scream to the top of your lungs. You feel me? And we're going to get that for you in the Bible. Susanna 1 and 22. Going all the way to 26.
Okay. It's the book of Susanna. It's in the Apocrypha, the book of Susanna, chapter 1, verse 22. Then Susanna saw and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
Right. So this, give you a backdrop of what's going on. Susanna was approached by two men, well-respected men in the black community, and they was trying to have sex with her. And they basically told her, if you don't, we're going to say we saw you having sex with some other man under a tree or something like that. And she looking at them like, man, this is like death unto me. This is like death, having sex with both of y'all, man, because it was death. You keep going.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hand.
So basically she's saying, like, if I have sex with y'all, that is, you feel me, adultery.
Mm-hmm.
That's fornication. But if I don't, then I can't escape y'all hands because y'all gonna say I did it anyway. So now call me a whore and get me killed and all that. You died for being a whore back in them times.
Mm-hmm.
One note just getting put away or divorce papers, man, you was dying. You feel you was found to be a whore.
So like it wasn't no going to another man.
Oh, wasn't none of that.
Man, not saying that you one man's trash, but another man's treasure. Wasn't none of that.
Wasn't none of that going on. You was getting your head slit off.
Head slit. Right, getting stoned to death.
Right. You going all the way to 26.
All right, verse 23. If it is better for me to fall into the hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord.
Right. So she's saying this is a sister, a strong sister, Susanna Shawashana in the Hebrew. And they say it's better for me to fall into your hands and not do it. You feel me? Than fall into the hands of the Lord. So she said, I'd rather not do it and fall into your hands, you feel me, than have sex with y'all, commit fornication and adultery, and then got to deal with the Most High's judgment. Right. I'd rather just be a upright citizen, you feel me, of Israel, you feel me, a sister, you feel me, a strong sister. That's basically what she's saying. I'm going to be a strong sister, you feel me? I'm going to be somebody that y'all can be proud of than just be a hoe and just bust down for y'all under the tree. You keep going.
Verse 24. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice.
She did what?
She cried with a loud voice.
That's what this sister didn't do. And we ain't blaming her. It's that man's fault. That man that molested her, he should be put to death. He should be taken in front of the whole city and he should be hung on a tree, or he should be shot in his face. You feel me? With 100-round drums to let everybody in that city know you better not ever put your hands on no woman, man. You better not ever molest no child, man.
Right.
Who the hell you think? Who the fuck you think you are, man?
Right.
You fucking faggot. That's homosexuality. All that. That's why LGBTQ. That's why it's all one big group, because it's all the same stuff. You gay. If you molesting girls, you gay. You molesting boys, you gay. You feel me? You ain't not gay because you a man and it's a little girl. You still a fag. You a faggot. It's like, go ahead.
If I could, real quick, to piggyback off what you were just saying, I read a couple articles where they were saying they're trying to add the pedophilia into the LGBT.
Oh, they already they already lowered the age of consent in most states.
Right.
It was 18.
Right.
I think it was 21 a long time ago,
right.
And they lowered it to 18. and they lowering it. Yes, they lowering it to 16,
like
and
16
some states
now.
is 16. I think California is lower than that, though. I'll probably have to check it up. Don't quote me on that, but I'm saying I might have to check. But I think California is lower than 16.
Right.
Because they trying to ease the pedophilia in. You feel me? Where your children, you feel me? They get to choose who they want to be with. It ain't gonna even be your choice. We keep going.
All right, kind of. With Susanna cried out a loud voice, and 2 elders cried out against her.
Right. She cried. She screamed. She yelled to the top of her lungs. You feel me? Instead of just letting them rape her or molest her, she yelled. And that's what this sister was supposed to do. You keep going.
Kind. Verse 25. Then ran the one and opened the garden door.
Right. He got scared. He got scared. She ain't had no gun. She didn't have no knife. She didn't have nothing. But she yelled to the top of her lungs, and Susanna did not get raped that day. She lived. You feel me? What Craig did he say? You live to see another Salakia. You live to Salakia. We trying to be serious this episode, but I'm just saying you live to fight another day.
Right.
You live to fight another day, and she lived to fight and see her day in court. You feel me? You keep going.
Right. Verse 26. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at the privy door to see what was done unto her. Right.
So now she done got help. You feel me? They done ran to see what was going on. You feel me?
Yeah, right.
Salakia. And if you could just drop down to what 61.
Drop
down to 61.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 61. And they arose against the 2 elders, for Daniel had convinced them convicted them a false witness by their own mouth.
Right. So they was put to death. You feel me? They was put to death. If you read the rest of the chapter, verse 62, they was put to death for trying to get that girl to have a threesome with them, commit adultery, fornication, and then they lied on her and said that they seen some man having sex with her under a tree. They couldn't remember the tree. And Daniel, being a prophet of the Lord, a young prophet at that time too. You feel me? A young prophet. And he was shown, you feel me, that day who the Lord was with. The Lord was with Daniel, and the Lord was with Susanna. And them men was put to death. You feel me? For that act. And how did it happen? Because she screamed. She cried aloud. And that's what you're supposed to do. You cry aloud. You do not let nobody take advantage of you. You cry aloud. You go ahead.
It's like, if I could, that should be a lesson to every one of you sisters, young, old, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If something like that is going on, it don't matter what he's doing. You scream to the top of your goddamn lungs, and you keep screaming until somebody hear you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You keep screaming. You scream to the top of your goddamn lungs. Somebody will hear you. Keep going.
Yeah, you keep on.
Okay.
I was.
You got the last night, me and him came from the club. He came in your room last night. What did you do? What did you do? I was asleep. Okay, and then he did what? What the fuck did he do? What did he do to you? He touched me. Touched you where? Touched me in the wrong place. I'm serious.
I'm confused. It's like, I'm gonna talk about it really quick. If I could, I'm confused. She said when y'all came home from the club last night. So if you came home from the club with the man last night, where the hell was you at for him to go sneak into your daughter's room to touch on your daughter?
Drunk sleep. She got drunk.
What the scripture say that the other woman shouldn't drink their wine for that very reason right there. Because you come in the house with your man after leaving the club, and somehow this man sneaks into your daughter's room to touch on your daughter.
Right.
Like, that's crazy as hell.
Bad parenting.
That's bad. That's horrible parenting. Like they call CPS for less than that.
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
What the fuck was you doing when he came over here? Why are you mad at me? It's your boyfriend. You don't motherfucking know that he's trying to take my motherfucking man. That's a problem. That's a problem. Why did you want to look like short when you here? You won. Okay, I'm fucking wrong. For you. Yeah. When my man come up in this motherfucker.
Salakia. That's all it's about is money. That's all it's about. That's what's wrong with our sisters, man. The glamour and glitz lifestyle, man, they will give up their soul for that. That's all she could say was about money.
Right.
He pays all. It's a good man. She didn't say because he teaches us morals. He shows us this. He taught us that. She say because of money.
He pays the bills.
He pays all the bills.
And then
Salakia, he pays all the bills. He would be murdered in Christ's kingdom for
right.
what he done.
So like if I could, well, another thing that's crazy is she talking about why you wearing them short ass shorts in front of my man. And she said, well, you bought the shorts.
You bought them.
Like,
you bought them.
First of all, why are you buying your daughter shorts that she shouldn't wear in front of your man?
Right.
Like a kid, you should be buying a child of any age clothes that they shouldn't be wearing in front of your man. If I could, give me Lamentations 4 and 3. Because what we gotta understand that this girl's mother right here is a monster. Like this woman is a straight monster, and for blaming her for her nasty ass boyfriend going in there to rub and touch on her, that's just crazy. It's crazy, and you have to ask, where's her father at? Where's her father at?
That's the point.
Like why if you're gonna put her father out, you know what I'm saying? Why would you bring in a man that just gonna touch on your daughter?
Running a black man out the house so another man could come in and R. Kelly your daughter.
Like,
come on, man, stop it. Yeah, we in Lamentations 4 and 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breasts.
Now, see, a sea monster, that's a monster in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have any emotions or anything like that. Go ahead.
They give suck to their young ones.
But without having any type of emotion, they still know they need to give suck to their young ones for them young ones to live. They know they need to care for them young ones to grow up and be big monsters. Go ahead.
Right. The daughter of my people.
The daughters of my people, the daughters of Zion, the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indian women, go ahead.
Is become cruel. Like the ostriches in the wilderness.
Like the ostrich in the wilderness. You know them ostriches in the wilderness. Them ostriches are wild animals. They don't care about nothing. They'll attack anything. Mm-hmm. They'll destroy anything. They'll run over anything. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about their kids, nothing. They don't care about their little offspring, nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how this woman is to her daughter. Blaming her for her man going in there touching on her, right. Blaming her for the clothes she got on that she bought for her, which makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's like
and that's 99% of the time.
Right.
Every time a woman or a young boy is molested, the woman blames the child.
Right.
Because she don't want to take the blame for herself. She don't want to admit that she's a bad parent. That's what she don't want to admit, because it's a competition between did he leave me or, have sex with another woman because I'm a bad parent, because I'm not a good mother, I'm not a good woman. Well, I got to prove that I am.
Right.
And you can't prove it if you kick a man out the house. Right. You leave him for another man, then kick him out too. What's the thing going around now? They say, man, you got more than 2-3 baby daddies. It's probably ain't the nigga, it's you. And that's what women don't want to face reality, man. It might be you the problem. You feel me? You might be the one that's the problem.
That's like if I could. That's why I never understood that one man's trash is another man's treasure. I've never understood
that. Man left you for a reason.
That man left you for a reason. That's probably the same reason why this next man gonna leave.
About to leave you.
And the same reason why the man after him is gonna leave your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like it. That's all I had. You want to go to the next video?
Yeah, come on.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go to the next video.
I've been abused. I've been raped. I've been molested. I've been tortured. My first time ever being raped, I was 5.
Good night. She said first time she was raped was at 5.
5 years
5 years old.
Where's the father at?
Feel me? Like that his home, because I got a 5-year-old son.
Right.
I got a 7-year-old little girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't imagine. I don't even want to go
My
there.
daughter's 2 years old.
I don't even want to go there. Play this video.
Yeah, you might want to play that out. Just play it all the way up.
My foster parent, he raped me, and the foster mom, she knew, but she didn't care.
Eventually, you went on your own at some point?
I ran away.
You ran away?
I just ran away because I got sick of, it felt like they weren't doing anything.
What age were you on your own?
11.
You ran away at 11?
Yeah.
And where'd you go at 11?
I just ran away. That's when I started prostituting.
Salakia. Yeah, we got to bring out a scripture.
I met a guy.
She met a guy.
And he showed me that.
And he showed her
at
11 years old. Give me Deuteronomy 22 and 25. Because we got some evil people out. Look, it's some wickedness in Israel that's going on that the Most High is going to send his son back to stop. You feel me? He's going to send his sons back. That's why I say, what the scripture say, his vesture going to be dipped in blood. Christ's vesture going to be dipped in blood. And it ain't necessarily just all white people blood. There's going to be some Israelite blood dripping on Christ's vesture, man. Because when he come back, man, a lot of this stuff that America let y'all get away with is going to stop. You know, even if it's by the hands of the Most High in Christ, which is by death. You feel me? Yeah, you go ahead when you get that.
25.
Con, yo.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her to lie with her. Force her to lie with her. You're not supposed to be forcing nobody to do nothing. You feel me? That's a wicked and evil act to force anybody to do anything, man. Right. We don't force nobody to do nothing in HBK. Nothing. You can go and come as you please. Because guess what we know? Feel me? The Lord is only in here. So when you go, the Lord ain't with you no more. You don't want to listen to us? All right, cool. Bye. Get out of here. Go back to the person you was before when we first found you. When Commander Jim Hunter first found you, go back to that. Because we ain't forcing nobody to do nothing, man. You keep going. God. And lie with her. Have sex with her. Forcing somebody to have sex with you is a sin, man. It's a sin. It's punishable by death. You keep going. Then the man only that lie with her shall die. Right. So that foster parent that touched her, he should be put to death, man. He should be put to death. If you touch a woman, you sexually harass a woman, rape a woman, you force a woman to do anything that she does not consent to, you're going to be put to death in the kingdom of heaven. What y'all think the kingdom of heaven going to be like? It's going to be bloodshed. I'm telling you, rainbows and roses, everybody floating on a cloud with wings and a halo. You're going to be getting put to death, man. Right. At an all-time high, man, it's going to be deaths. At an all-time high. It's going to be murder. But it's going to be righteous murder. It ain't going to be this murder that's going on now. Senseless murder. It's going to be righteous murder. You keep going all the way to 26. Verse 26. But unto the damsel, thou shalt do nothing. Right, nothing. She done nothing wrong. In the Most High's eyes, she's done nothing wrong. And we finna show you why. I know you like, oh, but she a prostitute. She prostituting. How could she have not done nothing wrong? We finna show you why. It's in the Bible. Everything's in the Bible. Any answer you need is in the Bible. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. It's no sin worthy of death. It's none. Go ahead. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. Right. So the same way as me taking this knife and stabbing a brother, you feel me? For no reason, not self-defense, is the same way the Most High look at a man that's forcing a woman to have sex with him because you're killing her. You're destroying her, man. It's the same thing. That's why this woman right here being a prostitute and acknowledging why it happened, man, the Lord of Christ is going to be with her, man. And she don't even know it. She don't even know the Lord in Christ would rather be with her than a Christian in church right now. Because she realized why it happened. Because somebody slewed her.
Somebody slayed her, slew her, like the Bible call it, which is murder. Somebody murdered her soul at 5 years old. When that man touched her, her soul was murdered, man. And that's why the Most High in Christ compared rape to murder, because it's the same thing. Really worse, because you're still alive dealing with the effects of being raped, man.
27.
Nah, that's wild.
Okay.
That's heavy though. That's wild.
He showed me
I
that
think I stayed on it.
I was running away, and he found me, and then
That's it.
he started like having sex with me and stuff, and then he just showed me to prostitute.
So
And
showed her the
ever
prostitute.
since I was from like 11 until even now, I prostitute because I don't have a job.
This man that found her showed her how to prostitute and was having sex with her when she was 11 years old. This is a grown man
Right.
having sex with an 11-year-old girl, teaching her how to be a prostitute. That's sad.
And nobody will hire me. I don't have my high school diploma. I don't have any family. Like,
She was murdered.
I started doing cocaine.
That man, see?
He showed me
It's a lot.
cocaine.
It's a lot.
I stopped doing cocaine though because
And that's why the scripture we just brought out was so heavy. It says as you slew a man. You raping a woman as if you killed a person. It's the same thing. She's prostituting, doing cocaine, being pimped out, having sex with men twice her age because of somebody molested her at 5 years old.
I'm so small now. I started prostituting at 11. I've been raped on the blade. I've been raped on the blade. I've been had a gun put up to my head on the
Raped on the blade. That's when she out there prostituting, and a man that picked her up, and I guess put a knife or something to her head,
Right.
and forced her to have sex with him and didn't pay her.
blade. He tried to kill. He used to abuse me if I didn't want to go.
So you're driving a Skid Row now?
And now I came to Skid Row.
You're in a tent?
I stay in a tent out here because I don't want him to. I'm scared he's gonna find me. That's fucked up. But
Do you have
now,
family? Do you have contact with your mom or anything?
no,
So you're just on your own?
I don't have anybody.
You
Nobody. But God, I don't have anybody.
See?
That's
See?
why I have to sell
I'm
prostitute.
saying.
So nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me.
And
nobody
these, Salakia, these the type of people in the world that's gonna be on a chariot and ain't gonna know why. They're gonna be in the kingdom with the people that stood with Christ and they ain't gonna know why. Feel me? Because they got some sense of morality, humbleness. You feel me?
Right.
This is why I'm like this. Not like the girls on Instagram with only fan pages and stuff like that. She's saying why she like this. She got molested and it destroyed her. It destroyed her, man. And nobody was there to save her like the scripture. You might well go ahead and read it, man. 27. You might well go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 27. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none there to save her.
Right. Nobody was there to save her. They found this woman, that pimp found her in the field, and there was nobody to save her. You feel me? So he destroyed her even more. He destroyed her even more. Like she said she was doing cocaine. She said, that's why I'm so little right now. That's why I'm so little, because she was murdered at 5 years old, spiritually murdered when that man molested her, man. And that's why the Most High in Christ, you feel me, put it, orchestrated for this Bible. And that's why I say in Deuteronomy, which was Moses' writings, it's as if you slayed a woman. It's as if you killed a woman, man, by forcing her to do anything.
If I could real quick, like that what we were saying in the beginning too. Nobody has told that little girl for 5 or 11 or anything that what happened to her was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever told her that was wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When she was getting molested at 5 by her what was it, the foster dad.
Foster, yeah,
Then she ran away, and the guy that found her also started molesting and raping her. You know what I'm saying? So this little girl has never known anything other than being raped.
Right, other than being
She's
destroyed.
never known nothing else besides being destroyed. Like this girl's been destroyed since 5 years old, and she doesn't know anything better or anything else.
Nobody calls my government phone. I just try to be strong and I'm just trying to get it together because I don't want to be out here for the rest of my life. I really don't. I've been through too much.
Do you have any hopes and dreams of doing anything else in life?
I want to go to school. I want to learn more. I want to be a lawyer. I want to do cosmetology. But I don't know if I can because I haven't been to school since.
So like also, if I could, you see how she said, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a cop. Them is two different fields. So she's still basically a five, because my 5-year-old did it as a 5-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? She said she wanted to be a princess. She wanted to do a doctor. She wanted to be this, wanted to be, like, she still has the mindset and the mentality of a 5-year-old child, because that's where she died at as a 5 years old.
She don't even like a lawyer and a cop. That's not even the same. That's like, I can see you say I want to be a lawyer
or a judge.
And a judge.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
You want to go to cosmetology school and open up a nail salon. That stuff don't even go together.
It doesn't even go together. So you just by her saying that
she's destroyed.
She has been destroyed, and it still has a 5-year-old mentality. Because my 5-year-old daughter did that. She wanted to be a ballerina, wanted to be a doctor, all that. At 5 years old, you know what I'm saying? It did, like, none of these fields had anything to do with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was something different every other week. It was something different.
Right.
Which I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next video too for time's sake. Cause this, I believe this video is pretty much the same, about the same thing.
I'm the youngest boy out of 9 boys, and I have 6 sisters. My mother had a boyfriend. His name was Jonathan.
Look how he's sitting.
He was kind of office type of guy. Worked in the office there. He would call my sisters all the time to the door and tell them they couldn't come in, and he would put me out of the door. And that's when I learned about molestation. He started molesting my sisters, all 3 of my sisters, while my mother was at work. But I was scared to tell my mother that he was doing that, so I was the next object. He would always take me in the room. I went to camp. My camp director, he was trying to do the same thing.
What the brother said was so heavy. He said I was the next object. Because that's all it is. That's why I say if you out there and you a homosexual, you a pedophile, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. You having sex with children, you don't care if it's a boy or a girl. You ain't got no preference. It's an object because you just a homosexual. And you need something to fulfill your lust. You feel me? And this gotta stop, man. It's not our culture. This is the Greek and the Roman culture. This is the American way of life. But us being enslaved in America, we took on their culture, their customs, man. And that's why King David always wanted to keep Esau in submission. He always wanted to keep Esau in submission. You feel me? Because of this reason right here. Because when Esau get loose, all the demons come out.
Guys in there, and I caught him touching me early.
So like, if I could, to piggyback off what you were saying, also remember the buck busting, how the slave master used to do the buck busting back in the day,
right?
Where they would take an unruly slave and they would the slave master would rape him in front of basically his kids, family, the entire black community. So to try to get him to act right, like that's like I guess they try to use it as a like they dominating you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more like a dominant thing. Like, but it's like you said, it comes from the Roman the Roman days. You know what I'm saying? That in America it is that all over again. Sodom and Gomorrah all over again.
In the morning, said he was checking on me to see was I was sleeping, and I found his hands inside my underwear.
It's a camp director.
I felt out of place. If I went to my friend's house and their father was at home with us and we were watching TV, I was always thinking that his father was going to molest me, and I always sat close to the corner of the door. I was really frightened and scared about a whole lot of things, about dealing with males, because I thought everybody was going to try to molest me.
Right. He thought everybody was going to try to molest him. So like, give me 1 Kings 14 and 22 through 24. He can't even live his life, man. He can't even live his life because he's worried about being molested. He thinking every man gonna molest him, man.
14 and 24.
Yeah, 14 and 22 through 24. Like, come on, man. This is the culture of the heathens, man. I'm telling you, this is the Greek and Roman culture, man, which America is nothing but an off-brand of that. Yeah, you go ahead when you got that.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 14, verse 22. And Judah did evil in the sight of the Lord.
Right, Judah, which is talking about blacks, Hispanics, you feel me, and Native Indians. Depending on the context, because Judah could just be talking about just one tribe, or it could be talking about us as a nation, or it could just be talking about the southern kingdom. But it's saying Judah did evil in the sight of the Lord. You feel me? This is during the time of the splitting the kingdom, when Solomon had sex with all them heathen women, and them sons of them heathen women basically took over the kingdom with wickedness, learning from their mothers, the customs of their mothers, because Solomon was old age. You feel me?
And they provoked him to jealousy with their sins, which they had committed, above all that their fathers had done.
Right. So above all that our fathers have done, from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, during this time, the Most High have never seen so much evilness and wickedness, man, and sinfulness that was going on above us, man. Because even during the time of Egypt, when we went into slavery in Egypt and all that stuff, we didn't have the law. So he's saying from the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this is the worst I ever seen my sons and daughters. You feel me? As far as just how they living by sinfulness and stuff like that. You keep going.
Verse 23. For they also built them high places and images and groves and every high hill and under every green tree.
Right. So basically they went back to serving other gods, serving other nation. When you serve another god, you're serving another nation. That's what they went back to. We backtracked. We went back to serving other gods, which is in the 10 Commandments that we should never do. And this is why. Go ahead.
Verse 24. There were also Sodomites in the land, and they did according to all the abominations of the nation.
Right. Hold on, wait. So now, after all this time, now Sodom and Gomorrah is done away with. Those was Africans. They was burnt to the ground by the Most High. The Most High, I'm telling you, is not to be fucked with. He say that Sodomites is in the land. That's talking about Israelites. Serving these other gods, serving these other nations, trying to be like these heathens. It would turn you into a sodomite. It'll turn you into a homosexual. That's where homosexuality comes from. It comes from serving other gods. It's right there in the Bible. You gay, it comes from serving other gods. Like what? Christianity. Christianity is not the religion of the Bible, man. That's the religion of man. Nimrod. You feel me? Paganizing the Bible, man. The Catholic, the fucking what's them people called over there? The Vatican, whoever they is, that's what happens, man. King James, the Black King James, that authorized the translation of the Bible, he was at war with the church, with the Catholic Church. He was at war with them, man, because he knew the stuff that they was teaching was not in the Bible. That's why he had it translated from Hebrew to English, from Greek to English, man, because he knew the stuff that they was teaching was not right, man. And that's how you get sodomites, man, by following these heathen nations, these other gods, man. That's Roman and Greek customs, man. That's not our customs, man. But yeah, you keep going with the video.
All right, come.
And that's what this brother right here don't even understand. That's another god he worshiping.
You might get molested in the gym. You think everything that you do, you're going to get molested. And that's how I lived my life for quite a few years. I just feel that it's so despicable for a person to do a young child like that. I'm very overprotective about my daughter because I just don't want the same thing that happened to me happen to her, and I don't want any other kid to have to go through that. I walked away from one job when the guy put his hands around me to just, to pat me, like, hey, man. I never came back to work.
Well, that's amazing. That is amazing. The man can't even keep a job. The man can't even keep a job. All the brother did was touch him. You feel me? Hey, how you doing?
Right.
And he said he couldn't even come back to work, man. I'm telling you, man. And now you wonder why the Most High burnt 5 cities of homosexuals to the ground.
And it's like, if I could, nobody told that man that what happened to him was wrong. Nobody said what happened to you was wrong. He's probably never had any type of counseling, therapy, or nothing to try to get over this.
Which he needs.
Which he definitely needs.
Definitely
anybody that's been through a situation like that definitely needs to get counseling, therapy, something. You know what I'm saying? Just to help them, just for somebody, or at the very least, somebody tell them that what happened to them was just fucking wrong.
Right.
I mean,
but you ain't gonna find that nowhere but in the AHBK and the Kanjan Hunter.
Right.
Nobody else is gonna tell him that he's wrong. A lot of people gonna say he lying.
Right.
And they're like, well, why you ain't fight back? You a man. Why you ain't fight back? Why you ain't do? Man, look, I'm telling you, man. We living in an evil, sinful kingdom right now. And guess what? Sodomites is in the land. Like we just brought out.
What did he say? He was scared to tell his mom? The other girl told her mom, and she got cussed out by her mama, so we understand why he was scared to even tell his mama. He didn't want to be called.
She was going to blame him.
She was going to blame him. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? What was going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and then that happening, and just nobody telling them that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just if somebody just at least told her, hey, what happened to you was wrong, he could have probably at least kept that job that he had. You know what I'm saying? Where the dude touched him, he's like, hey, man, don't touch me like that. And kept his job. You know what I'm saying? But he's so destroyed, he couldn't even keep a job because another man touched him.
Right.
Because if you've been molested, you're going to do it to someone else, and it's not true. When you're going through something, the hardest part is over. And I guess when you're speaking on this, the hardest part is over. I guess I get through this. If you do, you're going to get molested. And that's just, I just don't want, it's not true. When you're going through something, the hardest part is, and tell them they couldn't come in, then he went out of the door. And next out in the door, you think you might get molested in the gym. You think everything that you do, you're going to say, hey, man, and I never came back to work the next day. They got the stigma that you're a molester.
What's going on with this?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But I got the scripture for you when you're ready.
Yeah, but as long as they can still hear us, yeah. Let's go ahead. Colossians 3:21.
Book of Colossians 3:21. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger.
Provoke your children to anger. You know what I'm saying? Is a father supposed to provoke his child to be angry? Is a father supposed to provoke his child to touch and molest his child? You provoke not your child to anger. Go ahead.
Lest they be discouraged.
And that's exactly what happened with this brother and the sister right before this brother. They've been discouraged their whole life. Like, this man's is so discouraged he can't keep a fucking job because of what happened to him as a child. The other sister, she couldn't she couldn't keep a job. Nobody wanted to hire her. She lived in a tent. all because of what happened to them as children, and nobody told them that it was wrong.
Right.
A father figure in their life had treated them wrong, and provoked them to anger. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
And that's all I had on that one.
That's heavy, bro. This was going on in the black community, though, man. It's gotta stop, man. This is a disease. This is a fucking disease, man.
Garner's attention for his online post, but
What's going on with the volume?
now the social media influencer, motivational speaker, is making headlines for the wrong reason. NBC6 reporter Kim Wynn is live in Miami Beach tonight with more on the arrest of the man known as Brother Polite. Kim.
Yeah, well, Jawan.
Garner's attention for his online post, but now the social media influencer, motivational speaker, is making headlines for the wrong reason. NBC6 reporter Kim Wynn is live in Miami Beach tonight with more on the arrest of the man
This is
known.
about Polite.
Yeah, that's the
They call him a motivational speaker.
yeah.
See, they know he's just a Christian.
As
That's all they is motivational speakers.
Yeah, well, Jawan, the suspect surrendered here at the Miami Beach Police Department earlier this week. Police charged him with sexual battery of a 14-year-old girl. We did speak with his lawyer earlier tonight, who says that these charges are false.
This is the mugshot of 37-year-old Michael Nowak Jr., also known as Brother Polite, to his more than 300,000 Instagram followers. Miami Beach police arrested Nowak this week for alleged sexual battery of a 14-year-old
You want to be with the Africans?
girl
Let them be an
in a
African.
hotel room in February. Police say the alleged victim was the daughter of a woman he was romantically linked to. Defense attorney David Terrace says his client is innocent.
Once the evidence is produced, that he is going to be exonerated. So yeah, not guilty, nothing else.
According to the police report, Nowak, a motivational speaker and author who lives in
All that
LA,
money on that lawyer
asked
for
the woman
nothing.
if he could take her daughter to an after party at a club in Miami. The report states Nowak took the teen to his hotel after seeing that the club was closed. Police say the suspect gave the teen alcohol and started dancing and touching the teen inappropriately, groping her breast and her thighs and buttocks. It goes on to say Nowak tried to force the teen to perform oral sex on him. The teen allegedly passed out and woke up to Nowak trying to make her throw up.
These are serious allegations, but in any situation, there is always motive. There is always a lot behind the scenes that the public is not going to be able to see.
The report states that the girl's mother found her intoxicated and possibly on drugs, with severe swelling on her mouth and lips. It later states Nowak told the mother not to call police because it would ruin his career. Nowak was served with a DNA warrant in June and surrendered to police on Monday. Terrace says the police report is only an allegation.
And Nowak claims to have written more than 90 books. In an interview, he also claims to have several wives. For now, we're reporting live in my...
Several, man, look, it's a lot. Give me Isaiah 30 and 9. It's a lot. They say he the motivational speaker. That's all black people want. All black people want is a motivational speaker.
It's like if I could, if anybody don't know who this Brother Polite is, or this nigga Polite, he's part of that conscious community that teaches that black women are gods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While he's sitting there teaching black women are gods, he's sitting there gotta rape force himself to get fellatio from a passed out 14-year-old little girl, allegedly. I got it whenever you ready.
Hey, you go ahead whenever you get it.
Come. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9. That is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Right. This is a rebellious people. Now, this is Isaiah talking about the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. He said, we are a rebellious people that what?
Rebellious and righteous people.
No, rebellious people and lying children.
Lying children. that will not hear the laws of the
That
Lord.
will not hear the law of the Lord. You feel me? You see, and that's why Brother Polite has made so much money off the black community, because all they want is a motivational speaker. That's what they said he is, a motivational speaker. They don't want to hear the law of the Lord. They want to hear motivational speakings that ain't gonna help them get out of a situation. Just gonna make them feel good at night. That's all Polite did. The same thing a Christian pastor do. Make you feel good at night. Instead of using the Bible, he using the pyramid in Egypt. Lying, talking about he didn't decipher the hieroglyphics and know what they mean. Nobody never deciphered the hieroglyphics. Ever. It's never been deciphered 100%. You don't know what that stuff on that pyramid is saying, and we don't need to know what it's saying because it ain't our culture anyway. But he been hypnotizing black people to think that we the real Egyptians and Egyptology is the way to get out of slavery. No, it's not. It's following the Most High God. Yeah, go ahead to number 10, and we done with that.
Verse 10. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10. We say to the seers.
To the seers, that's talking about the people that oversee you, oversee the flock. You feel me? Your leaders.
See not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things.
Hold on, read that a little louder. They say, wait, what?
And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets.
See not. They say, y'all looking too deep. Y'all looking too deep into this. That's what the children of Israel told the leaders that was trying to look out for their best interests. Y'all looking too deep into this stuff. You say, what? Nah, man, y'all looking too deep into it. Nah, we could smoke weed. Y'all looking too deep into it. We could eat pork. Y'all looking too deep into it. That's what they mean when they say see not. Like y'all looking too deep into all this stuff, man.
Prophesy not unto us right things.
Prophesying right. They say don't prophesy us right things, man. Tell us some smooth stuff to make us feel good. Don't tell us the Lord gonna kill us for eating pork. Don't tell us the Lord gonna kill us for being homosexuals. Don't tell us the Lord gonna kill us for having sex with another man's woman. Tell us right things, man. Tell us stuff that make us feel good. That's what the children of Israel always been saying to the leaders of them, man. To the point where the leaders then turned into what? Sodomites. Right. We've been telling our leaders for thousands of years to tell us smooth and right things, to the point where guess what our leaders then became? Smooth and right. They just tell us good things to make us feel good. They tell us sweet and smooth stuff because we've been begging them to do it for thousands of years. And now we got it and we don't know what to do. We want to blame Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King, but we begged for that. And the Lord gave it to us. Now look at us now.
We begged for smooth talking pimps, and that's what we got, smooth talking pimps.
Right. Now read the end of that. That's what it's basically saying.
Prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Smooth things. Tell us some soft stuff.
Prophecy deceit.
Prophesize deceits. Tell us lies, because lies feel good. Telling a woman that she's never going to have a man to herself, multiple wives is lawful. They don't want to hear that. Lie to us. Right. Tell us I'm the only woman. Tell me I'm the only woman so I can feel good. And then when I find out I'm not, I'm ready to commit suicide. Because black people, that's how we always been, man. We want to be lied to because it's easier to deal with than the truth. And that's what Polite is all about. He coming to you with lies and deceits, trying to make you feel good. It's like, you got a scripture for this one?
Live.
Well, that's the last video?
I believe so.
All right, well, yeah, we're going to end it with that. You know, we're an hour in. Crowd, spare not. Officer Ahymawan, Gabar. Officer Ahyasayap, Hayam. You feel me? Crowd, spare not. Ashby, Kentucky. See y'all next Monday.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
Shalom, Lord Christ.